Hi, my name is Sham, and I'm gonna talk about today I'm gonna talk about the three events which I recently went to in Chicago area. And first one was the Garba night, which I went. Garba night is usually it is an Indian cultural event, traditional event. It's one of our biggest festivals in India. We celebrated by dancing, listening to folk songs, and having good food around. It was just one of the nights. If I was in India right now, we would have done it for like 9 nights straight. Even if it's in weekdays, it doesn't matter. People take like a break from their work and stuff, and they just really enjoy the thing. But here, it usually happens on weekends. Me, I didn't really go to any of the Garba nights, but this year's last Garba night was on 27th of October. It was a Sunday, I guess so, and yes, it was Sunday. It was Sunday, and I had a night shift that day. I had to work, but my friends kind of convinced me to go with them, and I really wanted to go like all these places, but I usually work like a lot, but that's why I couldn't go. So I texted my boss I would not be able to come tonight. So he, you know, things accordingly fell through the same line. I guess he kind of agreed. He told me he granted my he granted permission to go, and I'm like, yeah, let's just enjoy tonight. It's gonna be super fun. I was kind of excited, looking forward to it. So we were about to leave around 6 or something, because the place is like for an hour away, and we thought the event is gonna start around 7, so it would be better to go at that point, at that time. But still, you never leave. Like, people would never leave by the time they think. It's just, especially if you're trying to make plans with the group, things would fall apart at the end. So we left kind of late, 6:30 to 6:45. At that point, we left, and we entered the event around 9. Think about it. We had to go to Schaumburg. We left 6:30. We went there around 9, and once we got in, we realized. I mean, there was a famous singer. She was about to perform in that event, and once we got in there, we saw a huge crowd of like 3,000 people, almost more than that, for sure. Like, it was thousands of people in there. Uh, I was kind of shocked seeing a lot of Indians gathering around together in USA. I never thought this would happen, but I was kind of shocked. But I was kind of impressed with my people too. They showed up for this event, and it was really beautiful seeing everybody in the traditional clothes. I was wearing my traditional clothes too, and uh, they were like, when we went in, we got to know the event was halfway. It was the break time. Everybody was on their break, because you usually dance for like almost 6 hours. Something like one person is gonna sing. Of course, some good singer, they're gonna show up and they're gonna sing, and you all have to dance, or sing along with her, and just enjoy the vibe. We were looking forward to that. But when we went there, we got to know event was halfway done, and this started all around 5. The event started around 5 or 6, and we got there around 9. It usually goes for 6 hours or something. uh so we were kind of sad, we were kind of upset. And the reason why I was upset the most, because my friend they my friend they all kind of have a they all drink, and they kind of wasted an hour or more just for pre-gaming stuff, whatever they call it. I don't know what it is, but they kind of wasted like for an hour, and just in the parking lot drinking and stuff. And when I went in there, I was just so sad. It was terrible for me, because this was the last time happening in this year, and it was my first time going there in this year. So I was kind of looking forward to it, but it just got ruined. But somehow I told myself, not to, not to let myself down. This is what happens if you're in a group. There's gonna be some ups and downs. The only thing that happened good at that time was I told my friends, not doesn't matter now. We're late. It's gonna, it is what it is. But only thing we should try to do is enjoy whatever time we have there. To be honest, I loved whatever the time we were there. We enjoyed. It was just so good. We danced a little bit, not a little bit. We danced a lot. We danced a lot on Indian songs, traditional folk songs with the whole group. Is just the traditional dances that made me remind of my home. It was, I felt like home in USA. What could happen better? Uh, it was that, and the event went really good. It was, we just don't have one kind of dance. We have like varieties of dance. So I did it after 2 years, and I felt so happy. I really felt so happy, and it was my first time going to a event like that. A singer is singing songs in the USA. It was just amazing experience to be there, and after by the time the event was ending, we took a little pictures. It was a lot of beautiful things to do there. Like we did some shopping. There were like a lot of stalls, and we got some good food over there. But still, by the end of the event, it ended around like 1 or something. By the end of that, I kind of thought. By the end of that, we were not tired. We still had the energy because even we attended only half the part of the event. So we were like, what should we do? Let's go some place to eat. And we went to uh, we went somewhere to eat, and it was just good time we had. And but by being there with the group is just, one thing I realized was, from the class I learned this too. Everybody in the group is just so different. Some people, they agree on some things when you go out in the group, or whatever you do with the group. It was like the 12 Angry Men. Everybody was just so different. It was just so hard to agree on something you want to do as a group. So that's what I learned, because in a group, if you're trying to make some decisions, that thing occurs a lot of times, because when you come to decision making for some goal you want to achieve, it's difficult, but it's not impossible. It's just difficult. So the second event, which I went to, was a dance workshop. On last Sunday, not this Sunday, last Sunday, I was looking to the events because I had 2 more events left to go for my class, and I was thinking, what should I do? What should I do? So I opened the app, Event Drive, and I was looking for the events, and this thing showed up, dance workshop, and I'm like, I have never done this before. I have never done this before. Should I do it? Should I not do it? Should I do it? Should I not do it? And it was on Thursday, so I still had time to think. I had to buy tickets for sure, but I had time to think. Then I just left the thing, and I was like, oh, we'll see you on Thursday. So it's Thursday now, and now I had 3 classes that day, and I'm like, should I go? Should I not go? Should I go? My brain was fighting, but I booked the ticket around 5 p.m. and the event was around the workshop was around 7 p.m. The whole day I just spent convincing people to come with me, because I didn't want to go by myself. I don't know why. This was the first time trying something new. I love to dance. Trust me, I love to dance. But as a workshop, I never did a dance that was like choreographed or something. So I just tried to convince people to go with me. They didn't want to go, even though some of my friends, they told me, this is worthless. This is useless. You're going there just to dance and spending money, $20. I'm like, I just want to go. I just want to go into this thing. So I went there. On my way, I was kind of nervous because I didn't knew anybody over there, and it was just a random place, random people, random vibes. I'm not a dancer, so it was just so random. I went there. uh, in the complex there was a lot of stuff happening. There were like little kids. They were having their martial art classes. It was an old town. It was an old town. There was the vibe was like uh, there were a lot of classes happening at that time. Around it was around 7 p.m. at night. I went in there when I was waiting for the doors to open. I was waiting around a lot of people. I didn't talk to nobody. I'm not saying I'm a shy person or I'm an introvert, but it's just I didn't feel like talking. But once I got in there in the class, and everybody, they were with their groups, they were with somebody. It was just me. I was by myself, and it kind of felt weird. But I have been in those situations before. It was nothing new to me because I came here by myself too in this country, and nobody knew me. But now I have a group of friends. It is okay, and I told myself it's okay. You got this. You have done this before. It will be good. So once they even started uh, the the person who was about to teach us how to dance, his name was Mr. Nach. That's what they call it. Nach means dance. So he was Mr. Dance, as you if you in English, but it was in Hindi. So we people call him Mr. Nach because he's a really good dancer. He have been in a couple of Bollywood movies, as he was a part of Bollywood movies. And I was really glad I was seeing him for the first time and seeing him dance, learn from him. And the song which we were about to dance, it was a famous Bollywood song from 2000s. And I've been listening to that song since I was a kid. So I was kind of excited. I thought this would be something new. Some beginning of something new, and even went really good. The steps were really hard. Like I would I was not able to do it really fast as he was doing, and a lot of people there they were doing. But I kind of understood, learned the steps, but I'm still able to perform that, but slow, not fast. Not fast. I would do it slowly, but not. I cannot keep up with the music. It's just I need more practice, and uh, uh, went really good. At the end, I stopped by and I kind of talked to him, talked to Mr. Nach about dance and about myself, and we kind of connected because we were from the same place in India, and so that was really good. And uh, by the end of it, I made some new friends too. It was really good, and now I think so. I'm gonna go to more things like this. That's for sure. And one thing I learned was, as before, my friends were telling me this is something I should not go as well, and they didn't want to go with me. So I was kind of feeling nervous, but don't let others uh, validate your thoughts. Don't let others tell you what to do, and uh, take initiatives. Take initiatives. It's really good to do. And from this class, as what we learned in this class was this, like other people should not, they should not really. They are not the ones who should. Uh, mainly mainly I would say don't always seek the validation of others. Sometimes you just need to do things by yourself, and if you're in a group, you have to be your own voice. Then only people are gonna listen to you, and that's what I and people are gonna listen to you because if you don't speak, how are they gonna know what you have for your what do you have to show. So it was just that, and it was really good. It was really good event, and I kind of loved it. And I'm looking forward to doing it more again, and for sure I'll do it super soon. My next event, it was the third event I went on. I went on Thursday. It was about storytelling. It was a storytelling event, and there were like seven storytellers in that event. We went to Irvin Park. We went around Irvin Park to a bar, Murphy's. It was an Irish bar, and the event was on the second floor. There were seven people speaking. One of them I knew, it was Scott. I have been to his storytelling event before. It was in the same place, and I have been there before. And he is Nikki's friend. She knows him really good. So when I entered the place, I kind of told him, you know, we he didn't knew me. Like I've been to his event, but he didn't know me before. But I told him I'm from North. We are from North Park, as I went with my friends. I told him we are from North Park and we're from Nikki's class, and he was so happy to see us. He's like, guys, grab a seat, sit, and just it's just gonna be so much fun. And if you guys, and by the end of it, if you guys think you will be able to do thing what I'm doing. Uh, so just register your name, put your email on it, circle it, and we'll proceed from that. So the event started. The first person who came, there was this lady. She came up there, and she started talking about her. She started talking about her story. To be honest, I don't really remember that one, like at all, and that one made me realize, like right after it, like when it ended, I was like, what happened right now? Like, I had no clue what she said. It was my fault, I would say, because at that time, I realized my listening was so bad, and I was like, I have to pay attention, or I would not be able to listen to anything and end up getting nothing from this whole event. The reason why I was there, so I started paying attention to the details. The By then I kind of knew what second person was talking about. He was talking about something about his wife and the baby and this baby, newly born baby, and he was just so happy to share the story. That's what I remember from his story. And that's it for the first two people. But the third person who came up there, it was Scott, and this was the highlight of the event for me, because the way he told his story with his dad, and the way he was telling the story was just so different. I paid attention to every single details about the story. He was talking about his dad, how he grew up with his dad. Like he tried to make his dad feel good all the time on his birthdays, giving him little gifts. But his dad was not one of the people who would express his emotions like really openly, and me. Uh, he was work like back then when Scott was a kid. His dad used to work in the mill, and it was just he was just trying to give his family food, provide food for his family, and he used to work so hard. Uh, Even after coming from work, he could when Scott used to hug his dad, he could smell the beer which he drank after getting off from work with his friends in a bar or someplace, and he was just so proud of his dad, and he just wanted to give back as a kid growing up. So that's why he tried to make him feel happy. But every time, whenever he gave his dad something, as I told you, he was not a person. He would express something really good, and all the time he's like, eh. He would not react. So he was just so upset. Like, what's wrong? Am I doing something wrong, or is this why is he not reacting anything like at all to my little present, little gifts? But it was just him like that. But once he grew up, he settled in Chicago and he got his new job here. So he invited his dad over once. So he's like, "What should I do this time?" so that I could make him, I could make him feel really good or something. Uh, so he thought to make him watch the sound, uh, the sounds of music, something like that. It was some movie his dad used to. He used to make them watch as a punishment if they do something wrong. So he thought it would be a great thing to punish his dad, maybe. That's what he said. That's what exactly his words were. But he's kind of just uh, brainstorming all these ideas. But they end up going to the movie, and uh, his dad loved it, loved the movie. He didn't say it, but why when it started, he just started crying. He just started crying. He loved all the part of it. Uh, he loved every single part of the movie. And at the end, he told him why did he learn, did he like the movie so much, because this movie reminded him of those days when he used to work in the mills, and he was in some other state where nobody knew him. He had no friends, no family around him. He was just by himself, and like by the time he used to leave work and find himself alone, he used to be depressed. He used to go to this little theater to watch this movie. So it just reminded him of those times. And even though if you don't express, but if you don't say it loud, or you don't, you're the least expressive person, still people could understand by your words, even if you just say it. And at the end, Scott asked him still, like, Dad, how was today? Did you like it or something like that? Still, his reaction was like, eh. But he knew what it meant to his dad. So from this, I got was things can come accordingly even when you're not expecting it to. And this was the third person story. And the other person who came next, he talked about him and his dad too, and his love for Steelers or Bears. Uh, it was it was somewhere around 1970s to 1980s. The Steelers were really big, I guess, at that point, and he just wanted to watch this game of Steelers against Cowboys. So for that, he went to he was really excited to the game, because he was living in Chicago, and uh, they never used to put this games on television or anywhere. But once they announced they're gonna put this game on television, and they didn't, so he was kind of upset. And his dad took him to uh, Michigan to watch that game on the TV, and he was just so happy. He thought his dad was his dad did something really big for him. He was talking about that. And the other lady came after that person. She talked about her mom. She died 10 years ago. They had same birth dates. They had same birth date, like 21st August, and uh, her mom died after that. Whenever she used to celebrate, like whenever it's her birthday, she used to remember her, and just feel sad about it. But she was kind of person, she tried to look for signs, like there must be something, my mom must be trying to tell me from somewhere. She, like, I'm around you, I'm still here, I'm still looking after you, don't worry, you're not alone, whatever. uh, she was always looking for something, some things like that, and she never found that. But one day on her birthday, her friend called her, and she's told her to look look at the crossword at today's paper, and there were like two words that said HAPPY. Like, she told her to finish it, and there were like two words that told her HAPPY BIRTHDAY, happy birthday. So, you know, she she kind of felt like her mom was telling her this, and she took it as a message. So, even sometimes you're trying to, even like, well, when you're trying to look for signs, you'll find your way out. You'll find your way out if. from this I just learned never give up, maybe. And that was it for the fifth part that I remember. And the sixth one I remember was, oh, I don't really remember the sixth one as well. But the seventh story, it was a storyteller. She was from Japan, and she talked her relation with her dad. It was kind of old school relationship with her. Not old school, but typical cultural relationship where you don't express yourself. If you're an introvert, and your dad is the same time, he's introvert too. So when you guys will be talking, she told us she never really talked to her dad that much because both of them were introvert. And because both of them were introvert, but she she heard this folk story from, it is really famous in Asia and some part of Europe and some part of Middle East too. She heard the story of three daughters and the king, and from the story, uh, the whole point of the story was, how important the relationship between the daughter and the king was, because uh, by the end of that, she learned that she she should express herself. She should tell her dad like that she loves him, and she, uh, you know, because if I think about the story, me personally, I'm kind of same too. My relation with my dad is like, I never told him that love him, but now that made me think I should tell him I love him too. And this was the seventh story. This was the ending story that it was. But from all of these, I figured out uh, how people are connected to their parents. First thing is, a lot of people connected to their parents or family, because a lot of them, they had a story of their dad or mom or their kid. They were talking about them, and uh, how I felt like how everybody was just so different. Some people were there for the first time. Some people were there for the first time, and they're trying to talk about their own personal stories and stuff. And by the end of the event, I kind of rolled into it too. I went there to write my email, and I circled it so that he could send me an email, or I would be able to share my story some point. So that's what I'm looking forward to now, and that's what I learned from this uh, little storytelling event, and it was just a great experience being there. It was just a great experience being there. First, I want to say thank you so much for Nikki, and you make us feel safe enough to share our thoughts in the class. That's the best thing, and a lot of a, a lot there's a lot of difference about this class and the other classes. Is, in other classes you're only told what you are supposed to do, but in this class we had freedom to think what we were gonna do. We had that creativity that we could use in our assignments and everything. The best part was we never had to use papers for anything. You just have to be creative. You just have to be motivated enough to do stuff. And this class, I learned to be a initiator, and not just that, a creative part of me came out. And especially we learned a lot about group dynamics and stuff. But of course, it's a group communication class, so everyone would teach you that. But actually, to live those, like getting experience doing real stuff, that's what we did in this class. And I'm really glad I took this class, and this is gonna really help me in future, because now I kind of know the group dynamics and what goes around in the group, not just by listening to Nikki, but the work she showed us. She showed us a lot of movies, a lot of videos, and we had to, I never really thought there could be another angle to look at those things like that. Look at the example of Cobra Kai. I never really thought I could see it as a learning point of view, but I learned a lot by watching it second time than my first time, and by the end, I just want to say, I learned this really important thing. No matter what it is, try to learn from those situations and solve things. If you're in a group, that's what I take from this class. And everybody is gonna be different in the group. You just have to learn how to cooperate and achieve the similar goal. And at the end, still, I'm gonna thanks Nikki for everything what you have done for us as a professor. You're awesome, but at the same time, you're a really nice human being. Thank you so much. Thank you so much.